20 minutes past the hour now, and on this Father's Day, we're talking about what some call really a crisis in the country, growing up without a father or without the influence of a father figure. Say it's at an all-time high. 2009 U.S. Census statistic found 1 out of 3 kids growing up without a father in the home.
The majority of men in America do not have a healthy relationship with their father. So on today, I'm going to ask you the most difficult question that you'll ever have to wrestle with. It's an internal battle. How can you be mad at your father for not being the man that you think he's supposed to be?
But who are you? Like, your dad in a different time, no matter what. So you are the new updated version of that, no matter where your feelings, loyalty lie. You don't even have to fuck with your dad, but you that.
Who are you? The majority of us are walking around with imaginary ideas in our mind about what a man is supposed to be, brought to us by Hollywood on a television screen. I want to tell you, okay? Bill Cosby is not your father and he'll never be. Heathcliff Huxtable is not your daddy, all right? The idea that we have in our minds about what a daddy is supposed to be, it's all performance art. Let me tell you some facts about daddy. Daddies will let you down. Daddies will lose their job. Sometimes daddies will not have any money. Sometimes daddies will cheat on your mama. Sometimes daddies will make mistakes. But life is about growth. Being a human being is about growth. And in order for me to grow, I need your grace. You have to forgive me when I fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like, so even when people don't create the runway, like when parents, because a lot of parents don't make it easy for the other parent to show up because there's hurt, there's anger, there's resentment. There's like, it's mad shit going on there.
Project Daddy has made tremendous mistakes. Do you know how many times I had to apologize to my baby mama? Baby mama, I'm sorry. Baby mama, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, baby mama. Please forgive me. And I'm so thankful that she treated me with grace while I was incarcerated. I'm hundreds of miles away, but she still had the determination and the dedication to say, these children need their father. And she brought those babies to Project Daddy. And I salute my baby mama. You are the greatest American alive.
The greatest American alive.
Statistic is still a very, very high statistic. It's about 24 million kids who are growing up homes absent their fathers.
The impact of having a father is like a delayed reaction or something. Man, I didn't know how important my dad was until about 2 decades later. I'm over 20 years old until I can look back and remember how impactful my dad was. My brothers and I would be sitting there watching TV, yes? And then my dad would come home and he had this big record player with those big tower speakers, and he would just start jamming his music, right? But he wouldn't jam by himself. Sometimes he would ask young Project Daddy, come dance with me. And it'd have me put my feet on his feet, and my dad would just dance with me. And at the time, man, I thought it was the most annoying thing ever. Leave me alone, I'm trying to watch cartoons. And it wasn't until years later where it hit me of how much my dad loved me. Most men in America never get to experience the love of a man with no strings attached, with no expectations. If you meet your mom's boyfriend, he's not being nice to you because he loves you. He's being nice to you because he wants to fuck your mama. If you have a coach that's involved in your life, he's not just being nice to you because he loves you. He's being nice because he sees that there's personal gain in having a relationship with you. If you don't get to have a conversation with your actual father, then how can you possibly know who you are? If you don't know your creator, then how can you possibly know what you can create? How can you possibly know what you're capable of? Until you know the person that created you. Let's ask these men hard-ass questions, yes? I'm so grateful for the opportunity to dance with my father. I'm so grateful that every time I was in a tough situation, my dad was there. And if he didn't have the words, he just put his hands on me and let me know, boy, it's gonna be okay. And I want every man in America to have that experience, to be able to put their hands on their father, for their father to look at them in their eyes and say, baby, it's gonna be okay.
Me and my dad are thankful for the times that he went away because it saved his life.
Absolutely.
And my mom didn't paint it another way. She always just protected against that. She never said dad is a piece of shit or dad didn't say he didn't show up. Blah, blah, blah. So when he showed up, it was a runway to show up. It wasn't like it wasn't. I got over whatever resentment I had rather easily. I needed him.
I never knew how much I needed my dad until I got grateful. Once I started saying I'm so thankful for my father, then all of a sudden, all the memories from the past came flooding back on me. And I saw how impactful my dad was in my life. The love of my father makes me want to give my children the exact same love. I want my little boys to be able to be full human beings and experience the full range of emotions, to be happy, to be sad, to cry. to grow.
We're stupid from young. Your fucking son bump his head. First thing you say is, "Big boy, man up,
man up, man up. Take it like a man."
Yeah, you're right.
We start
We are teaching them
from
to be
from
emotionless
emotionless.
creatures.
Correct.
From 2.
Correct.
From 2 years old, be emotionless. Don't show weakness. Don't show vulnerability.
and then you just grow up a certain way, and then bitches start calling you a sociopath.
I don't ever want to hinder them by saying, man up, you just got to be tough. I want my children never to be emotionally deprived. I want them to have a whole existence, and that only comes from a father's love, unconditional love, that when you fall down, I'm going to pick you up and hug you. When you're going through something tough, I'm going to reach down and pick you up, because that's what fathers do. They use their strength to support their children. They use their strength to support their community. So even when daddies are flawed and make tremendous mistakes, they recover. Even when daddies make tremendous mistakes, they still fight back, because you're all that matters. I promise with all my heart, your daddy wants to tell you one thing and one thing only. You are the greatest American alive.
The greatest American alive.
His greatest creation, the most wonderful thing that ever came from his thought. The most amazing creation your daddy ever made was you. And so if you have access to your father, I'm asking you to call him on the phone and say, tell the truth and get some power. I ain't talked to you in 5 years. Man, I'm fucking mad at you, but I love you. Thank you for making me. And if you got kids and you got access to them, if you want to get on the Facebook or the Instagram, whatever the social media is, it's the most powerful tool the world has ever seen. It's a tool for unity. You can reunite with the people that you love easily, instantaneously. So if you are a daddy, you better call your baby and say, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I made mistakes. I did do these bad things, but I swear to goodness that you are a good thing. You are the biggest blessing that I ever created in my entire life. And I want to tell you I love you. And then once you say those words that I love you, show them with your actions. Show up. Show up. It's time to show up and show out. It's time for men to show up and show out. It's a beautiful time when men can have honest conversations about power and how to be powerful in America. The way that you can be powerful in America is to tell your children, to tell your brother, I love you and I will fight for you and I ain't never going to let you down. And when I do let you down, I'm going to stand up and say, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'll do better. Accountability, y'all. God damn, it's going to be so fucking beautiful. I thank Joe Budden so much for having this difficult conversation, because men don't talk like this. We say, I'm a man. I ain't got no feelings. That's a damn lie. We got a whole bunch of feelings. We got big feelings. And if we don't learn healthy ways to express these big ass feelings, it will destroy us and this great nation.
No, I'm not a sociopath. I didn't even know that this was an area to feel in.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know what hurt you. I've been living for me in survival mode.
Yeah.
Not even looking at the path of destruction behind me.
But if you figure out a way to have some self-discipline and control those emotions and control those thoughts, then, oh my goodness, you become the most powerful citizen the world has ever seen. The greatest American alive.
The greatest American alive.
For years of my life, I was walking around angry because I had ideas in my mind about who I thought my dad was supposed to be. But I never took the time to reflect upon myself and ask, who am I supposed to be? And now that I have these wonderful little babies that are looking up at me, I know that I'm supposed to be more. For Christmas, my baby came to me and he gave me this coupon. This coupon says free hugs and kisses from my daddy, yes? So every time he sees me, he comes to give me my hugs and my kisses. And I want to receive them and embrace them, because I want my son to feel the unconditional love that comes from a man with nothing expected.
I told you I was in college before I seen my man's father. He was my roommate in college. Hugged him and kissed him. We was in college. It fucked me up. I was like 19, 20.
Look what y'all do.
Nigga, he kissed his son. I was like, oh, shit.
The only thing I expect from my baby is to be great. As a dad, I'm nothing but a manager. I'm here to make sure that my children reach their full potential. As a co-parent, I'm here to make sure that my ex-wife reaches her full potential. Baby, how can I be of service? How may I help you? I want to be a living embodiment of love. I want to be sweet strength. I want to come in and help and do no harm. I'm so excited about the opportunity to have this conversation, and I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening. If you believe in the fight for unity and solidarity and fatherhood and brotherhood, please hit that Cash App, $PJDDY. And if you really want to show support, take this video and show it to all your friends. Please show this video to everyone that you love. Let them know that it's okay to experience the full range of emotions. It's perfectly fine as a man to feel, tell the truth, and get some power. It's perfectly fine to experience the full range of emotions as a man, because men are human beings too.
The greatest American alive.
You are the greatest American alive.
The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive.